Fine. So in the last class we learned about the manometer and barometer. So what was the value I told you for? I'm fine, Arya Sudan. All are doing good. Thanks. Okay, so fine. Please listen to the class. I hope you have to you might have understood what is the atmospheric pressure. What is the value of standard atmospheric pressure? Yes, 760 millimeter of mercury. Okay, 760 millimeter of mercury is the standard atmospheric pressure. So any value greater than 760, even if you say 770 millimeter, then it is a rise in atmospheric pressure. That you have to understand. Okay, it is a rise in atmospheric pressure. If you say 1000 millimeter of mercury, it is rise in atmospheric pressure. If you go towards the altitudes, altitude mean it is higher places. Okay, so this pressure 760 millimeter of mercury, that is, if you have a trough of mercury and if you keep some capillary tube, so because of the air pressure, that will push that mercury to go into the capillary tube up to 760 millimeter or 76 centimeter. If you go towards the higher altitudes in mountains, there the pressure is not the same. It is having lesser pressure. Thereby 760 will not be the standard value. It will be less than 760. Okay, that you have to understand. And also we have seen the manometer, that is an instrument to compare the pressure. Okay, today we shall see okay, so Salvia Angeline is trying to say that sir, yesterday you showed experiment, I tried it but it didn't come well. Okay, so I appreciate your interest and hard work towards your studies. So Salvia has tried that experiment, namely that capillary rise. Okay, fine. So there are so many reasons. It may be working well or may not be working well. That we have to repeat the experiment. Okay, so we can reduce the size of the capillary tube. That is the column with which the liquid will go into that. Okay, fine. So that you can try again. I will do it after the session is over for this lesson. Okay, I will do it in the next class, namely by Friday. Okay, okay, Monday I will do it. So today we shall see the Otto von Guericke. Okay, Otto von Guericke experiment. So we have a small video to understand the effect of atmospheric pressure, and I will show you a small video, and then we can discuss some of the numerical problems in this lesson. Okay, so with that we shall close this lesson. I will share the notes by this evening. Okay, so listen, I am sharing the screen now. So wherever possible, please try to answer. Okay, are you able to see the screen? I just keep this chat box on the right hand side. Are you able to see the screen? Yes? Can you see the screen? Yes, okay. Fine. So here you can see two elephants. So what is the popular advertisement? Maybe you may be using this particular product. So it is, yes, Fevicol. Okay, it's here not good. Fevicol. Okay, so it is having two hemispheres. Hemisphere. Yes, Fevicol is right. Normally we use it for our crafts. Okay, fine. So why do they use it? Because they say that the adhesive Fevicol is very strong. Even two elephants cannot split. But for this advertisement, they are using the popular Otto von Guericke experiment, which is of 17th century experiment. So it was about 17th century experiment. That experiment was conducted by Otto von Guericke. He was a German physicist. You can see the spellings GUE. So in German they use this type of spelling. Okay, so GUE, like that they will be using. Okay, so okay, not Guerick, they spell it as Guericke. Otto von Guericke. So he performed an experiment using two hemispheres. And I will explain that experiment and then I will show you the video. So, but this popular company is using that experiments, a part of that experiment to show that their adhesive is very strong. Okay, so leave it this. I will explain the experiment here. So Otto von Guericke, so he was using two hemispheres. Okay, two hemispheres he was using. Those hemispheres were called Magdeburg. Magdeburg. Berg means it is a place in Germany. Okay, Magdeburg hemispheres. So he took two hemispheres. You know what is a sphere? And he took two hemispheres. They are hollow hemispheres. Okay, and which is of about 51 centimeter in diameter. Two hemispheres, hemisphere 1, hemisphere 2. And one of the hemisphere contained some gap here. And through this, he removed entire gas inside. Okay. So he just make these two hemispheres to come into contact. He just made these two hemispheres to come into contact and he removed the air inside. And then he used about 16 horses, 8 on either side. And he tried to separate this hemisphere. He was not able to separate because as he removed entire gas inside this hemisphere out, the inside of this hemisphere has become low pressure area. Okay, it is very low pressure. The pressure inside was very, very, very low. That is almost no pressure inside. Vacuum. Okay, vacuum. VACUUM. So inside is very vacuum. But outside you have entire atmospheric pressure, which is of value 1.013 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. This amount of pressure is acting from outside. Therefore, even if you use 1,000 horses, they may just try to split it, but they have to apply a force or pressure which is greater than this one, atmospheric pressure. Okay, so 1.01325 approximately Newton per meter square. Okay, nearly 1,01,325 Newton per meter square. Suppose if you want to remove those two hemispheres, you have to apply a force or a pressure which is greater than this value. Okay, so this was confirmed by Otto von Guericke. I will show that slide now. So he was Otto von Guericke, a German scientist, okay, who lived in the 17th century. His experiment was commonly called Magdeburg hemisphere, and the two hemispheres you saw was this. Okay, so this is an illustrated diagram. It may be exaggerated diagram, but these are two hemispheres. Okay, this is left hand side, right hand side. You have two hemispheres. He removed the entire air inside by some techniques. Okay, and he used 8 horses on the left, 8 horses on the right. Once he removed the entire air inside, he just glued with some glue. Okay, the junctions of these two hemispheres were glued, and the air or inner pressure was removed. Actually, there is no pressure inside. So because of the high pressure of the atmosphere, okay, these horses, they were not able to split it. What should we do if we want to split it? What should we do? We have to remove that vacuum. Suppose if you release that knob and make that vacuum to be filled with the atmospheric air, you can easily separate. And this is a popular Magdeburg hemisphere experiment. Okay, and this was developed by Otto von Guericke. Okay, Otto von Guericke. Normally, this von, van, d, del, these are all the particles. In their names, they use some particles. These are called particles. They use in their name. Okay, so actually, they will be addressed just like Mr. Guericke. Okay, Mr. Guericke. Otto von Guericke is their full name. Okay, so in 1650 it was performed, and in laboratory also somebody performed. I will show the laboratory experiment now. So here this scientist, he is trying to join the two hemispheres, and then he has some knob here he has some motor. He is going to suck the entire air inside, and then his friend will be trying to separate it, and after that he will separate. Okay, so listen to the video. Shall we watch the video? The ball won't break. Caleb, the ball will not be broken because of the pressure. Okay, so it is a metallic ball, that you should understand. Okay, it is a metallic iron ball. So let us watch this video. I hope you will enjoy this. After that, I will make some questions, try to answer. Okay. Are you able to listen to the video and audio, ma'am?
What we're going to do is evacuate the region in between these hemispheres, and then see how hard the hemispheres.
Ma'am, are you able to hear, ma'am? I just want a confirmation from you. Yes. Okay. So Caleb says that everybody are able to hear. Yes. Okay. Fine. Okay. Now listen. Thank you. Listen.
They're just cast iron hemispheres that mate together, and there's a little bit of wax in here that allows them to seal very well together. And what we're going to do is evacuate the region in between these hemispheres, and then see how hard they are to pull apart.
Now he is connecting this motor to suck entire air inside the two hemisphere. Okay, so it is waxed, therefore no leakage of air inside or outside. Okay, now the entire air is removed.
Give it about 20 seconds. So just imagine the air being sucked out of there. Okay, I'm going to close off the valve now. Turn off the vacuum pump. Remove the hose.
So it is nothing but a vacuum cleaner, and then he is closing the nozzle. Therefore, inside is what? Inside is vacuum.
And then let me invite for his cameo appearance, David Evans, to use his muscular strength to pull these apart. Exactly.
See, just a minute. Here you can also learn the force. Okay, he says he's using his muscular force. In this lesson also we have learned about muscular force. It is a contact force. Okay, you can see this is a contact force because you are having some contact with the object. Okay, see, they are not able to separate.
Well, you want to try it yourself? Sure. Well, you want to demonstrate. Okay. Wait. Well, you want to try it yourself? Sure. Well, you want to demonstrate. Okay. Okay. You want to lean back a little bit more? Maybe we can do it. Okay. No go. All right. But if you're really
see, what did he do when he just keep that hemisphere on the backside? What did he do? Can anyone say? What could be the reason? Now this professor has removed this. Now, what is doing now? What is doing now? Yes, John Emil. Fantastic, fantastic. Now, he opened. Are you able to see the answer from John Emil? Now, what he is doing in the backside? He is just to open the valve. What will happen when you open the valve? Immediately, the vacuum will be filled with air. Yes, yes, Caleb, good. The vacuum will be filled with air. Now, the same pressure is, yes, thanks, John Emil. Yeah, now the same pressure is inside and outside. Now you can easily remove.
strong like me, you can take them up.
Okay, just for fun, he's saying that he is very strong. Good. Fine. So this is what is physics. Okay. Now, yes, Caleb, you want to say something? You raise your hands. Caleb wants to talk. Yes or no? Okay, fine. Fine. Was that interesting? Were you able to understand the effect of atmospheric pressure? Yes. Yes. What is the answer, Giona? Yes. He loosened that hemisphere. So the air will go out. Yes. You have to understand in the other way, Giona. Giona is saying that. So what he was doing on the backside, so he was just pulling, he was just making some air go inside. Okay. So he was just loosening the nozzle. Okay. So he was using a vacuum pump to make some vacuum. Now he releases the nozzle. Okay. And then he can easily pull the two hemispheres. So that is what you have to understand. Okay, Harish. So please show the demo. Harish is asking the same demo again. So yes, Harish, I will try to play that. Suppose it is in my YouTube history, it will be shown. I will just try it again for Harish and others also. What is that experiment? Otto von Guericke experiment. Okay. So please listen carefully. I will just
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With
just a
Grammarly,
minute.
you can find
Let this
You can
add.
take them apart. And if you
Okay, so I'm going to share again. So somebody wants to see it again. So no problem. Yes, others. Again, please watch.
release the little bit of wax in here that allows them
Two hemispheres.
Magdeburg.
So this is called it's a hemisphere. You can see here, the nozzle is here. Okay, he's making some wax and make this in contact. Okay, it is a pressure demo, Magdeburg hemisphere. This hemisphere is called Magdeburg hemisphere. You can see here. So Dr. Boyd Edwards is the demonstrator here. So you can see a small nozzle. So this is to evacuate that air inside. Okay, so please watch another 2 minutes.
Hemispheres.
We shall discuss again.
They're just cast iron hemispheres that mate together. And there's a little bit of wax in here that allows them to seal very well together. And what we're going to do is evacuate the region in between these hemispheres and then see how hard they are to pull apart. Give it about 20 seconds. So just imagine the air being sucked out of there. Okay, I'm going to close off the valve now. Turn off the vacuum pump. Remove the hose. And then let me invite for his cameo appearance, David Evans, to use his muscular strength to pull these apart. Exactly. Well, you want to try it yourself?
Sure.
You want to demonstrate? Okay. Okay, you want to lean back a little bit more? Maybe we can do it. Okay, no go. All right, but if you're really strong like me, you can take them apart. And if you release the
Okay, was that clear now? No, Harish, so it is a misunderstanding. It is not like a magnet. It is not like a magnet. So this is the effect of atmospheric pressure. Okay, you have two hemispheres. Hari Rasudan, the name of this video is Otto von Guericke experiment. It is given in the notes itself. Okay, so that the presentation has that name, Otto von Guericke experiment. Okay, it is not like a magnet dish. You have two hemispheres, you join together, you just paste it. So now you can easily remove. Even if you paste using Fevicol, you can easily remove. But when you paste it and you remove entire air inside, okay, inside you have air. You have to suck the entire air using a vacuum pump or vacuum cleaner. Like that, you can remove the air. If you remove the air inside, the inside you will be having low pressure outside. So the atmospheric pressure will be pushing. Okay, therefore you will not be able to split it. When you release that air towards the center of that sphere, you will be having the same atmospheric pressure inside and outside. You can easily separate. Okay, so this is okay. This is a cast iron ball. Caleb says, what ball is it? When we remove the pressure, it will open easily. Yes. So we don't remove the pressure. We make the inside pressure equal to the atmospheric pressure outside. Okay. Earlier, pressure inside is lower than the atmospheric pressure. Later, inside pressure is equal to outside pressure. Then you can easily remove. Is that clear? Okay, so Harish is saying that so like a mug, when it's go towards the water in backwards in bucket. No, so that is different. I will make some demo in the next class. I will show some glass and a cardboard. Okay, with water. I will show in the demo in the next class. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, is that clear for everyone? Okay. Okay, so with this, we shall discuss we shall conclude the lesson. So we have learned about force. We have learned about types of forces, resultant force. We have learned about pressure, definition of pressure, pressure of solids, pressure of liquids, that is fluids. Okay, fluid pressure, liquid pressure, air pressure. Okay, and atmospheric pressure. We have seen two instruments, manometer and barometer. Okay, fine. And we have seen that Otto von Guericke experiment to demonstrate the effect of atmospheric pressure. Also I showed you that egg experiment. Okay, I put that egg on the top of the water can. When the air inside the water can was completely used, vacuum is created inside the water can. Immediately the egg goes into the water bottle, as I shown in the class few or 2 or 3 classes before. Okay, I hope you remember. Fine. Salve is saying that, sir, in plastic water bottles also, if we take the air, it will crush by itself. If air is there, it will be same. Yes, that is a different experiment, Salvia. So don't confuse with that. That is that. What is that? Flow of liquid inside a container. Okay, so that is different. So that is related to buoyancy. So that is not atmospheric pressure, Salvia, and many of you are typing here about that pushing some a cup, a plastic cup inside some water column. That is called buoyancy, that we will learn in the lesson liquids. Okay, so this is related to air, namely atmospheric pressure. That is different. That concept is buoyancy. Okay, buoyancy. Here, yes, Salvia, he is creating some vacuum inside the hemisphere. How? He has a nozzle, he just to pull the air. Okay, pull the air. A simple example. So you have a cup of juice. Okay, you have a cup of juice. You have a straw. What would you do? So I take the speaker. I just take the speaker as this glass, and this is my pen is now straw. Okay. So what do I do? So when you suck the air inside, that is the straw. What do? You are making vacuum. Am I right? Am I right? You are making vacuum. That is when you suck the juice through this straw, you are making vacuum, but the atmospheric pressure pushes the liquid, either juice or water or anything it may be. Therefore, that pressure makes the liquid to come into the straw. Similarly, when that atmospheric pressure inside that ball is vacuum, the air outside pushes in all sides. Okay, pushes in all sides, tries to go into the ball, okay? But as it is sealed, it is not able to go inside, therefore you cannot split it. You cannot act against the atmospheric pressure, okay? That much of magnitude is there, okay? Fine. And now I will try to solve a numerical example. Let us try to understand the concepts of pressure through some numerical examples. Please try to understand this one. Okay, so here we have three problems. Now I will do one. In the next class, you will do the next. Okay, fine. So this is a numerical example. A normal force of 100 Newton is applied on an object. Okay, having an area of 4 centimeters square. Okay, so what is given? Force is given. F is equal to 100 Newton. Another concept, what is given? So force is 100 Newton and area is given. Area is equal to, I take A as area is equal to 4 square centimeter or 4 centimeter square, both are same. Centimeter is not SI unit, therefore I multiply this with minus 4 meter square. I am converting centimeter square into meter square because 1 centimeter is equal to 10 power minus 2 meter, or 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. Okay, therefore centimeter square you have to make the power minus 2 power 2, therefore minus 4. Okay, fine. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 power minus 2 meter. 1 by 100th of a meter is 1 centimeter. Okay, fine. Therefore, I convert this centimeter square into 4 10 power minus 4 meter square. Now, what is the formula for pressure? Anyone? What is the formula for pressure? What is the sum? Calculate the pressure. What is given? Force is given. Area is given. Okay, some amount of force, 100 Newton, is acting on some area. What is the area? The area is given to be 4 square centimeter, or in terms of meter square, it is 4 into 10 power minus 4 meter square. So what is the formula for pressure? What is the formula for pressure? Force by area. Danumalaya, good. Force by area. Okay, force by area. Therefore, what is force? Force is given as 100 Newton. Area is given as 4 into 10 power minus 4, which is equal to 4. 25 force are 100. 25. If I bring this 10 power minus 4 towards the numerator, it will become 10 power plus 4. So many Newton per meter square. Therefore, the required pressure is equal to 25 into 10 power 4 Newton per meter square. This is the answer. Okay, so a normal force 100 Newton is applied on an object having an area 4 square centimeter. Calculate the pressure. If it is asked, please check that what are all the given quantities. Force is given, area is given. You know the formula. Pressure is equal to force acting per unit area. Pressure is equal to force by area. Pressure is equal to force is 100 Newton. Area is 4 into 10 power minus 4 meter square. How do we get this? 4 centimeter square is given, but it is not standard unit of area. It will be meter square. Okay, you will be learning in your 9th standard about the system of international system of units. You will be learning in your 9th standard. At present, try to understand that meter is the length, unit of length. Meter square is the unit of area, standard area. Okay, therefore 100 by 4 into 10 power minus 4 meter square is equal to 25, 10 raised to 4 Newton per meter square. Okay, this is the numerical sum. So I will discuss again in the next class. Other 2 sums I will do it. And for your cycle test, we don't have the syllabus for physics science 1. Okay, we'll be having only biology. I will share the notes this evening. Okay, the portion from physics is not included for cycle test 1. You will be having only biology. Okay, so do you have any questions? I'm constantly looking. Yes, sound will come out from the ball when pressure comes. So I will give this in the notes. Okay, so yes, who is that? Mai Viri, Harihara Sudan. You want to talk something? Okay, so we shall discuss in the next class.